Man, I was looking for some figure a week ago.
Yeah.
And that Super 7 has put out so many like retro figures, like figures that are meant to look like they came out of the 80s, but for new shit. Which personally I do not get, because to me, if they're not vintage figures, why do we want them to look like that? Like, they look shitty.
Right.
Yeah.
If I'm getting a thing for my shelf, I want it to look cool, but that's just me. Anyway, but they're making them they were all, I mean, the whole shelf was Escape from New York. It was
no shit.
Yeah, like, again, they're supposed to look old.
But I don't want
figures
that.
of, yeah, but that's what I'm saying is it's like,
from LA.
Fuck you.
But that's what I'm saying, it's like, but it's not actually old, so I don't want that personally.
Fuck. No, I want a Kurt Russell figure from Big Trouble in Little China, and I can't find one.
I don't think
Jack Burton, man.
You know what I never realized? What's super interesting? I am following, maybe you'll find this interesting, and if you don't, I'm sorry. But I'm following the Kenner Twitter.
Really?
And it's not...
What's Kenner?
Kenner was...
They made the Ghost Trap.
They made They used to make Star Wars figures. It was owned by Hasbro. It was like their action figure division. Now it's all Hasbro.
Right.
But anyway, and it's all... The whole Twitter every day is about drama within the company or how this got made or that, and it's super interesting.
That's cool.
Like Aliens, these are the Aliens figures that came out in 1990. I don't know if you remember them, but there were like, okay, they made all the characters and then they made like Bull Alien, Gorilla Alien,
I remember,
Scorpion Alien, and they said,
and they like weren't official, right?
No, they were official. They were aliens. They were licensed toys, but they weren't from the movies.
Right, exactly, yeah.
And it said on the Twitter, what people don't know, these were all things from a television cartoon that Fox was going to air called Operation Aliens. And at the last minute, it was deemed, this is too much for kids, and they pulled it. And to this day, no footage of that cartoon has ever come out, but there are screen caps from like a toy thing that came out.
No way.
And so they said, here are the screen caps. And it's just 4 screen caps of the kind of Latina chick getting pinned by an alien and another. It looks like it's animated by the people who did X-Men.
Really?
It's that animation quality of them getting away from the aliens and stuff like that.
Those things that were in the sewer, the Brood, reminded me of aliens in that in the X-Men, the second season of the X-Men
that's
cartoon.
right. But anyway, what they were saying was, so all the toys, but they were already, the show got pulled, but they were already making the toys. It's like, shit, these are in production. So they were like, well, we haven't done the packaging yet. Just make it the generic movie Aliens.
Right.
Just do that. But some toys did get out, and I actually remember this. Like, they released a playset or something that held them all, and it still said Operation Aliens on it. And they said, if you have one of those, it's fucking rare.
Really?
Some things do have the logo. So anyway, it's stuff like that. But one thing I never knew, I always assumed Indiana Jones had a ton of toys just like Star Wars did. In my brain, it did. Kenner made some for Raiders of the Lost Ark, just a handful. And then didn't do any for Temple of Doom. Some other company made like 3 figures.
Really?
And then Last Crusade, nobody made toys at all.
Why?
I was like, what? They just didn't tap into that. So then when Crystal Skull came out, they were like, shit, give the license to Hasbro and they'll treat it like Star Wars. They'll release everything. And they did, and it flopped. Isn't that weird? How Star Wars could just keep going. And Indiana Jones is huge, but then they put toys out. Some things sell toys and others don't. And it's funny, Star Wars, it's like, oh, I gotta have that background character. I gotta have Salacious fucking Crumb or whatever. I want Nien Nunb. But then Indiana Jones, it's like, I don't, you know, I don't need the German guy who's mad, you know, or I don't need, you know, it's just weird. It doesn't sell toys. Okay.